Should we go to Lush instead?
Lush?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Well, they have bath bombs.
No, it's not the phone.
Good morning, everybody. I am here. I'm about to take a shower because yesterday I oiled my hair and I have been using these Monique products. I don't sell it. I'm here for the discount. I have, like, I will, you know, here and there, but that's not like my main focus. I just like to share everything, and these are the products that I have been using. I ordered, I know it looks, you know, pretty crazy. Let's open it together so you can see what it looks like on the inside. I really like their packaging. It's pretty nice. I don't know, it just feels really nice. You know what like my goal, my desire, I guess, or dream is to get, what is it called? The Dyson Airwrap. I don't know if I will at one point, but as you know, it's very, very expensive. So maybe as a gift at some point. But for now, I wanted to try. I use just like a regular wand, and I use the T3 curling iron to get some waves. But I thought this was really interesting. See what I mean about the packaging? These are the instructions in there, and here it is. I think, okay, so from what I have gathered is, first of all, it's 3 heads, you know, that you can interchangeably place on this. For me, what works best, like the best curl, is a 1-inch barrel. This one looks a little bit bigger, so I don't know if my hair will hold that curl or not. But this, I don't know, I have great hopes for this one, and see what, you know, what it looks like, or even this one. So yeah, probably looks really weird, but it is so yummy. It's egg cooked with cottage cheese and some more cheese and a banana. It's so good though. Oh my gosh. I think I might do this one or this one. We're getting my petty started with Mr. Isa with me. Massage going, which is why I'm shaking. And I'm going to treat myself to a Diet Coke. It's like a big dessert, because they're not good for you, you know? He's messing with the controller. Hopefully it goes okay. Right, Isa? And he doesn't get antsy because my phone's about to die. But yeah, only the toes got polished up to now. Hello. Did you know that Mr. Beast is doing... Oh wait, I thought that was red for a second. Wow. Is doing a giveaway today.
Wait, what?
On Instagram. What is this?
What do we have to do?
You have to repost. Well, morning. Today is Wednesday. It's already the next day. I'm gonna bring you guys along everywhere with me because I really wanted to have like a full vlog by the end of the day, but I feel like I didn't. So I'm still in love with my little acrylic case for my makeup. Whenever I need to get ready, I literally just use this palette. It's crazy how it has 4 tiny shades, but it is my favorite, I think, of all time. I don't know, it just is so versatile. It gives me the look that I want, and it is perfect. So I use this and this one right here for blush and contour. Yeah, let's see. It's so pretty. I use this blush, no, this bronzer, and you will not believe, but my Apple ID did not recognize my face, and I was like, what is happening? Until I pinpointed, like, you know, because I wasn't sure why that was happening. And so I was redoing it barefaced, but then I would contour with this, which I feel like is really natural looking. But every time I did that, like, I realized that then my Apple, like, face recognition wouldn't recognize me anymore. Just crazy. Mother's Day gifts. This one's for my mom. This one's for Ilse. And we got some dessert. And we're ready to go. Right here, I missed this part. I have Ilse's. I gave my mom hers already, but we had to go to the bathroom. Only like 2 hours late. It was tough. But okay, we're almost there. I used to come to here to run. I miss it. It's so pretty. We saw eagles. Right, Isa?
Is Emma gonna be with Elsa?
No, baby. Leo. Nope. And it is such a lovely day. The sun. I'm wearing this white dress. And yeah, that's it.
Oh my God! Then post it.
Hi. He's like, there's too many people.
3 ducks.
Ducklings?
Like
Really?
I'll just see how they work. Are they trying to get them to work?
Jesse, this is how it works. He says, like,
He's like, I'll tell him how they work.
Oh, yeah, you got it. That's exactly how it goes.
Player.
Hug and a big kiss for a Mother's Day for me. Can you do that?
Ah, tiró el agua.
Ya le dejé tarea a Emi.
Mira, se quiere subir a la carriola Simón. Al poner para que se suba, que se duerma.
Oh yes, that's cool.
You like it? Got the kids packed up in the car and everyone left. Had such a lovely time. It was so much fun to be able to just picnic. It reminded me of when I was younger in Mexico actually, and we used to do picnics all the time. But it's time to go home because it feels like we've had a long day. I've been running around everywhere since the dentist and then here. I think the kids had a blast. Did you guys have a blast?
100%.
100% says Jace, because they got to play and run. So it's now time to go home. I am about to call my husband back. I don't think I've told you guys actually before I get in the car that he is working out of town. He's in Texas and it's so hard, but it'll be okay. It's just for a little bit. It's 7:31. We're finally home. I got some Chipotle. Hubby's phone must be dead because he didn't answer my call. So hopefully he calls me soon. But I'm so excited to eat this food. The kids have McDonald's and take a bath. There's something I want to watch on Netflix, but honestly it makes me a little sad because usually I always only watch things with my husband. Like, I never sit down to watch things by myself. I did say burrito bowl, but she used a tortilla, so I don't know. I always just get chicken, pinto beans, and cheese, guac, and lettuce is my order. I'm making some, I was gonna say fish fillets, but no, that is salmon. And I have a little shake ready for Isa. And it's the evening. Today is, what is today, you guys? Thursday. Good morning. Today is Sunday. Look at these, still going strong. My, well, there's a little bit of, they look like they've been here for a long time. My roses, they bloomed, they looked wonderful, and then they died. And these, I brought them at the same time as these. These are still going strong, except one of them. Like there were 3 bunches. One of the bunches was like, I'm wearing a Halloween shirt. Well, it's technically a pajama top. I couldn't find a pajama. I've been having such a hard time at night falling asleep, but I'm taking like ashwagandha, like supplements, right, to help me just like relax and drift off, like let go. I think it's because there's just, you know, I've been talking about this change that I feel, like this there's this like whirlwind of change that I don't have physical evidence of it yet. Well, I'm starting to, but anyways, I've been feeling ungrounded. I've been feeling ungrounded. My person, and let's go sit somewhere. Things first, I think I'm gonna have a shot of apple cider, just with water, like a cup, and then my coffee. Put 2 spoonfuls of apple cider vinegar and water. Done. You can hear my kid. He's playing games. Missed you in this way, like finding my little spot where I normally sit down and talk to you and have a little chat. Cheers. I added some egg whites in here, and my order is oat milk blonde espresso, 2 pumps brown sugar, 2 pumps of sugar-free vanilla. It wasn't my plan, meal plan, and I added egg whites, but I got it last night around 8 p.m. to keep up with 𝚙𝚊𝚅, because he just wanted to do so many activities, and like I want to do that for him, but I also was just feeling so tired, and I've been feeling so ungrounded anyway that I just needed, like, oh my gosh, you know, but I haven't been able to sleep, and so drinking coffee at 8 p.m. is not the smartest thing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get some under eye little jellies. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. I brought my little candle. I have this, my journal, my calendar to journal after I talk to you guys a little bit. I have my other 20-minute candles. I actually got these, if you guys remember, so that because each of these burn for 20 minutes, they don't like leave residue or anything, they just literally burn down. But my kid was playing with the little like holder, and now I can't find it. But I got these to set a container of time, because I know that it's gonna last for 20 minutes to sit down, uninterrupted journal. But I haven't been doing the things, you guys, and that's kind of what I was I wonder if I could use a penny to just like stick it, because if you turn it enough it'll stick. But I'll just ask Isa where he put it. Anyway, let's light this one. This is the love spell. I showed it to you guys before, just to set the intention of self-love, you know. And let's light that up, set the mood. What was I telling you guys before I left though? I don't know if I was telling you that I really miss this. I really miss talking to you like this, you know, sitting down specifically and being like, okay, let's check in, because part of like me feeling so ungrounded lately, it's like I just feel too flighty, and I know that's like a root chakra thing, so I am working on it. I just need to sit down and be like, okay, what are my tools, and get to them, you know, because I continue to do my breath work and things, but I think some of those things are just non-negotiable at this time. Like, they're not, sorry, I just pushed you. Yeah, they're not like I can get away with not doing some of these, because the times need them, you know. I really think that I don't know, I've seen a lot of, I just don't want to leave my house. Every time that I leave, I come back so depleted, and if I just go into like public places, you know, like several of them, I'm just like, whew. So I need to figure out what's going on with that, but also like, I just don't know, I need to gather my thoughts, you guys. I need to gather my thoughts, and then I will get back to you on that one. But anyways, like I shared earlier in the vlog, my husband's working away. Yesterday we talked like 3 times. We video called, which was really, really nice to be able to see each other. So we talk all the time, and if you don't know, our relationship started long distance. So we know how to do long distance, like we know how to communicate into the depths of our soul when distance is involved. My kiddo's coming in. Isa. I'm charging the phone in the kitchen, I think. But Isa, do you know where the one that, what's it called, the holder for the candles? You were playing with it, remember? Do you know where it went?
It was down here.
It was down there. Well, it's okay, I'll look for it. It should be in this room somewhere.
Oh, I found it!
You found it? It was just down there? Oh my
It
gosh.
was right here.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
We have found the holder for my little candle. Let's see. I would light it up, but I have another candle going. So that's how it goes. You just twist it into the little thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wait, I can do it.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that now, my love. I took off the little green things. Isa went to go play on my phone. As long as he's playing on my phone, he's like busy. Anyways. It's so yummy. Next week, I was just looking at my calendar, and Isa has kindergarten orientation. Like, at what point, right, did he grow up? I moved to this house, we're renting this place, and he was 2 weeks old, so it's been 5 years, like going on 6 years. He missed the cutoff for kindergarten by a little bit, so we had to wait, you know, this whole other year. But still, like, I see him as my tiny baby, and we moved here when he was 2 weeks old, and Jace went to school, to kindergarten. Like, I just feel like I always saw Jace, maybe because he's the older brother, but Isa's older than Jace was when we moved here, my older kid, and I don't know, it's just like a weird mind thing. Everything's just so strange to me lately, but yeah, Isa is gonna have kindergarten orientation now. Like, it's like I blinked and then
Mommy, I just saw.
he just came again and left the door open so you can see me in the bathroom mirror back there. Yeah, you guys, so how wild is that? We've all been sort of feeling like things are just changing so fast, and it's just the strangest concept, you know, like time. Like, all of a sudden, it's like you're living your life, and all of a sudden, like, big change happened, and Isa was like a baby, and now he's a kid, like a 5-year-old kid, you know? So wild. You know, we talk a lot, but it's still kind of, it kind of sucks. Like, I want my hubby here, and of course I miss him, and I don't know like what to do with myself. It feels really weird, but at the same time, and it feels really weird and it feels really hard, especially when you're together all the time, you know? Going from that to him working away and stuff. Yeah, we're in a weird way, it feels like we're more connected because we did the whole long distance thing. So when you do long distance with someone and it works, you have to really communicate what's going through your mind. So if you were to go on a first date with someone and you're just sitting there, you're having a lot of thoughts, you know, a lot of feelings that you keep to yourself because you're not like vlogging about it, right, to the other person, or you're not like sharing each little thing, because it's like, you know, it just happens in every interaction. Like, people have other thoughts that aren't spoken out loud, if that makes sense. And when you're doing long distance and you're communicating, you know, via text or via phone, like voice, like both, and video, you have to communicate. When it's not video, because with video it's a little bit easier, you can see the facial like gestures and things, but like when it's just like the phone, for example, or texting, you have to communicate every little thing, because you can't read the other person. You can't understand what they're feeling by their facial gestures, or like if they thought something was funny and like smiled or smirked or, you know, those kind of things. So you almost have to communicate them very clearly so the other person feels that, you know. And I think we just always kept that. So in a way, to me, it just feels like there's no distractions and we like connect so much more, especially since it's not like, you know, at home like every day, sort of like, hi, how was your day, you know, like every day sort of mundane, sort of like gets lost in the years. There was like a disruption, or like, you know, because he's now working somewhere else all of a sudden, and that makes us like connect even more and like hold on to each other even more. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my experience. And also like creatively, because it feels challenging and it feels like something that, like, we were so sad before he went, and it's just for a little bit, and he's done these kind of works, like types of work, you know. It almost reminds me of the army when people get deployed, except he, like, I don't have that worry of like, oh my gosh, is he gonna come home? I mean, I guess that's always like a possibility, you know, but it's like he's not at war, you know, or yeah, something like that. So in many ways, like, it's like he did get deployed, but it's not for the army or like something like that. Anyways, what I was getting at, creatively speaking, I turned the camera a little bit, is this part of like when something is challenging in our lives, when we get how I see life is just like this journey, where we're walking like on this road, right? And then we experience different situations, and when one is a little bit you know, uncomfortable or challenging, it's like, how can I transmute this? How can I alchemize and turn this that I'm experiencing into gold? So for me, it's like, how can I shift my perspective and of time in a way that feels really good for me? That's like, you know, like whether however long he's working away. Oh my gosh, Willow, she just jumped on my leg and jumped back here, and she scared me. She just like used my knee as a springboard. Crazy girl. Willow. I don't know what that was about. How can I turn this situation into gold? And what I was coming up with is like, wow, okay, so during this time that, you know, we don't see each other, for however long that may be, whether that's a week or 2 weeks or, you know, whatever, what can I do during this time, you know, to work on myself and my goals, and for me to be the best version of me, to be closer to who I aspire myself to be, you know, like, what is my quantum self telling me? And, you know, then take those action steps very without many distractions, you know, because I'm gonna be so laser focused. And what makes it fun is the fact that there will be a transformation, right? So when we see each other again, I'm hoping, you know, like, I'm working towards, like, whether that's weight loss. Again, that's, you know, for me, because I'm already working on weight loss, right? Not just weight loss, but like working on being lean and going to the gym and doing my steps and having my nutrition plan, but like upping that and being really consistent and even more excited to have some sort of result. And what gives me that sort of like finish line is when we see each other, you know. That's kind of like, it keeps me motivated, and it keeps me just wanting to be consistent, because it's sort of like one of my teachers explained this, like being on athlete mode, right? It's like you're always holding this, like, or wanting to hold this healthy lifestyle and making, you know, really great decisions for yourself most of the time, as far as like what you're eating and like getting moving your body and those kind of things. But when athletes are in athlete mode, like when they're preparing for the big game, they're a lot more strict and a lot more like they push themselves more. They're a lot more consistent. They're like really just like in that athlete mode, right, of cleaning everything up. And then, you know, off season, they can sort of lean back a little bit and still, you know, make really great choices as best as they can, but they're not fully, like, you can't always be on athlete mode going, you know, so hard the entire time. Like, you do have to have these sort of seasons, or at least I think that I do. But it just all to say that for me, I was like, okay, this time that he's away, I am going to be on full athlete mode for my goals, right? So not just like fitness, you know, and things like that, but I have a program that I really want to take as far as like it's for entrepreneurship and that kind of side. I can start thinking and diving into, you know, what is it that I want to do in the future. Do I want a business, you know, and I have this time to just not be distracted and like get to it and start working on that, as opposed to, again, this is like, this makes me excited. This shifts time, because now time seems like a lot smaller, because I'm like, oh my gosh, if I'm gonna be on athlete mode, if I'm gonna be like wanting to figure out, you know, creatively speaking, like what do I want to do, like as far as like business, oh my gosh, I'm missing like so many times. I think the coffee's kicking in. Now all of a sudden, you know, time just became a lot smaller, and so I'm excited to see when I give myself that finish line, right, of like when we see each other again, to have changes, tangible things that I brought from the ethereal into form. So yeah, I hope that made sense. But yeah, so I'm in athlete mode for different areas of my life. Also one of them being hair, actually. But I've been talking about that, so I'll talk about that in a different video. I'm actually gonna go, you guys, because this is like super long, but I hope that it made sense. It was nice chatting with you. I think I want to do some lives, because that way I can just chat and yeah, I don't know. It just sounds exciting to me. So I will see you soon. Thank you so much for staying and watching, and I hope that it made sense. And I hope that you also turn uncomfortable situations into gold, and as a springboard and as a source of motivation, rather than what's gonna make you be down or sad, or, you know, not that those emotions aren't important. It's important to feel through those things, but not stay there, you know. And yeah.
What? We have a big picnic? We'll have one because
Our blanket is right over there.
and Grandpa and Jace